Alrighty then. Hey y'all, I'm Cindy. Welcome to Cindy Hart's Crochet Podcast, where we talk about crochet and crochet accessories. This is my sidekick G. That's Goliath. I am trying a new setup today, drinking my green tea with pomegranate in my incredible Hulk cup. Definitely need me some hulkage today. I have a new laptop, and this is my first time recording on it. I did do a live the other day. Excuse me. Of course, the hair's crazy. I did do a Zoom, not a live, from it the other day, so I'm not going to be looking in the right places, and it has no timer that I can tell. But anyway, so I'm Cindy. Welcome to Cindy Hart's Crochet Podcast, as I said, where we talk about crochet and crochet accessories. Can't take him anywhere. So this is a true podcast, if I'm not mistaken, maybe number 12. 11, 12. I'll put it in the line. I don't think this thing has a pause either, does it? It just says stop. Oh no! What am I going to do if I have to pause? Anyway, gonna keep rolling. That's what I'm going to do. So, I want to welcome all my new subscribers. I have had quite a few lately, this past week or two. I can't get comfortable, sorry. And my t-shirt keeps pulling sideways. Struggle is real, y'all. And I thought I'd come outside because it's a beautiful January day in Alabama. And it's like 70 degrees. Well, it's not quite 70 because it's cool enough. I should probably have a shirt on, extra shirt on, or long sleeves. 55 degrees, but still not too bad, because Monday it will be down in the 20s. Yay. Or over the weekend at some point. I am from Pinson, camera's up there, Cindy. I am from Pinson, Alabama, and that is a little northeast of Birmingham, Alabama. I live here with my main man, Goliath, right there. And I don't know what y'all know about me. I love some crochets. But welcome back to my returning subscribers. Once again, I'm going to just try to get through this and show you my finished objects. A couple of whips, because we know there is no complete list of whips. And a couple of acquisitions, because there's also not a full list of acquisitions. I do have, what is it? I can't really see. There's a pile right there, and that's like a bonfire pile, so please excuse that. Nothing will crawl out of it. It's mainly wood and larger household items that, like old recliners and chairs and stuff. So anyway, all of that being said, welcome to my backyard, or part of it, this part. And I think that's Mama's house. That's where Mom and them live. So, let's just jump in. I hope this is not going to be terribly long, but I have a feeling it will be. I have quite a few finished objects, and I will start going over those now. Of course, I put them in my, camera's up there, Cindy. I put them in my tote as I wrote them down, so everything's on the bottom. Yay. Okay, the first one I'm going to show you is the Hirschner's Anniversary Shawl. And hopefully out here I'll have more room to get up and actually put things on to show you. This was Hirschner's Anniversary Shawl Kit. Of course, I got it from Hirschner's. Did my pencil seriously just fall out? And I loved it because it looked to me like prairie type, little house on the prairie type. Except I didn't leave me a path to get out. And it's rather large. But I'll show you the colors up close in a minute. But it is, I'm 5 feet tall, so this is probably, I'm going to say, almost 6 feet. And it's kind of got a ruffly to it. Hirschner sent it all in a kit for one price. And I'll show you the kit in a minute, but here it is a little closer. I'm going to also have to figure out my lighting out here because the sun is right there. So now it's coming over the corner. But I love it. Hope there's not any. I checked all my ends this morning, but I could still be missing some. But to me, I think this is so pretty. Like I say, it just looks like something Laura Ingalls might throw, or Mama Ingalls might throw over her shoulders and go outside to check the chickens or check for eggs or whatever. But I think it could be made into a pretty skirt. Just the way it kind of ruffles. It looks like it needs petticoats under it. So that's one of my finished objects. And Hirschner's sent, I love the way they send in these little bags. I like these little zipper bags. Sent it with a pattern. And a tapestry needle and a tag that says made. I can't tell because I hadn't ever turned it around. Made something by, and I guess it's got room for me to write my name on there, but it came with more than enough yarn. Like, I mean, I only did that little thing in white, and you know, of course you get a whole skein. This is a number 2 fine, 100% acrylic, 220 yards per skein, and this is Hirschner's Vintage Collection Afghan yarn. So this one is, what are the colors in it? This one's called Heirloom, and then I think the next color in it was Copper. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, yeah. I know that this one's called Copper. And of course it is. I'm not going to know whether this sunshine is blowing it out too much. Usually I love the natural sunlight. And then this one is called Romance. But look how much was left. I mean, there's plenty here to do another great project. This one's called Victorian Lilac. Where's the sunlight? And Blue Sea, I think. And the green one is called, no, that blue one is Blue Crystal. The green is just called Vintage. Not sure if you can see that. And then the brown is Silver Creek, but it is kind of a brown. And then that final is something steel. Marble gray. And that's the last one. They sent 2 skeins of that. But I love this kit, and it originally was like, I think, I'm not for sure, I think it was originally like $29.99 or $24.99, and I just wasn't sure because I didn't know if it was going to come with enough yarn and all that good stuff. But then it went on like a clearance for like $15.99, I think, and I bought it, and I love it. That's awesome. I think I'm going to do a review on it because it was just awesome, and plenty of yarn left over and all that good stuff. So, next is my bag o' day. Oh Lord, I hear a car. We don't have traffic here. Bag o' Days, Can't Stop Me Now, poncho. See, I called myself checking the... I'm not sure the name of it, but it's not that old. I'm not sure about whether you can see the colors or not. With my luck, now that I've tried to get it out here, it's probably blowing it out. But let me step over here. Now, I personally... Whoa! Yeah, that was almost a blooper. I personally don't like... What? Okay, not drunk, I promise. It's pretty long in the front and back and really sharp down. But I love it because it's kind of short on the arms. But it comes down and it's warm all over. And I'll try not to fall. And I did it in the puzzle yarn. I want to say this one is called Maze. And I used 2.5 balls. I think I went a couple more rounds than she did. But this is Crystal Bag a Day. And Can't Stop Me Now poncho. So I love the... I want to say this is called Maze, but it's the one that is the most froggy looking. I'll have to check my footing next time, right? And next, I've done some pretty amazing shawls and stuff this time. Well, I just haven't shown you much in a long time, actually. This is my Edith Shawl. Where are the ends? I tried to weave these in as I went. I'm not going to stand up and put this one on because I might fall again. But see, the thing is, you really can't get the full size of it. I love this one because it started out, I thought it was different because it started out as a circle and then it went into your point for your triangle shawl, and then the edges. I think it's like 9 double crochets in each loop or something. But I love this one. It's kind of heavy and warm and squishy. And that is the Edith Shawl by Mama DIY. I thought I had the pattern out here. Mama DIY, it is a paid pattern. And it wasn't that hard to do. Well, I take that back. I think there was a stitch in there that kind of tried to throw me off for a minute, but it didn't. I just had to read through it over and over and over again. And that is by Mama DIY. The colors I used was Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn in black, white, and then the Stonewash colors I used were teal, tangerine bubblegum, and deep violet. So I have several finished objects that I don't have here to show you, but I'm going to try to pull them up on my phone. I think if any of you have seen the Facebook and Instagram, you've probably seen my Grinch scarf that I did. No certain pattern, and just like whatever. I think this green is like whatever I had left out of from doing Ella's Frankenstein bags over Halloween. So spring green maybe, I can't remember. And then just white, and then just red, whatever I had it, maybe. I can't remember if it's Red Heart or I love this yarn, just plain old colors. And then I did him a scrappy little beard. Oops, that one's longer. I just kind of did him a scrappy little beard, not a full, any kind of fringy beard. And then his eyes are kind of pitiful, but I'll figure that one out too. Now what I need to know is how to keep your back from looking all crazy. If I were to sell these, do I just try to weave that in? I mean, it's hard to weave black in under green, you know, right? And then I just made a tassel. And again, I didn't get this totally finished the way I wanted to, but I just made a tassel. And I thought it looked cuter, whoa, by bending it sideways so it kind of looks like the end of a cap. But all I did was like pin it to the side, so I'll probably sew that down for next year. I think I finished it like 2 days before Christmas. Maybe I can stand up and not fall exactly in the same place. It's still kind of long. Yeah, he's cute. So I finished it like 2 days before Christmas. So here in Alabama, it was like 75 degrees Christmas Day, so I didn't get to wear it for Christmas. I wore it a couple of places just to wear it. Why does my t-shirt keep getting sideways? Excuse me. Okay, so next up, I wish I had a timer. There's probably one somewhere. I haven't set my settings yet. Still looking in the wrong place, sorry. Next thing is my Serape by Premier Yarns. And I didn't get my ends finished on this one. Now I do need to stand up and go backwards for this one. Let me see if I can try not to fall. Okay. So, gotta weave in my ends, but should've put my hair up. But I love it. It kind of reminds me of Clint Eastwood, and I do have a Clint Eastwood poncho started, so I may use this idea. I like the way it just kind of lays over you, kind of like a poncho, but kind of like a serape. And I love the striping on it. And it's really, it's not going to be so warm that I can't wear it here. And this is a pattern by Premier. Is he behaving over there? What is he? I wonder why his thing is pulled so tight. He's so mistreated and all. Hang on. I probably need to... Okay. I'm going to keep adjusting until I get it right. So I love the Serape. I use the Premier yarns it's the Premier Rodeo yarns in medium indigo, natural, and medium red. This was another one that the stitch kind of threw me off for a minute because it is a linked double something or other. But anyway, it's basically a double crochet two together, but in the same stitch. And unless you read the pattern, I don't know how to explain it. But now, this is a cotton yarn, Premier Rodeo. It is a cotton yarn, but it does this. So, still looking at the wrong area. Sorry. So I think a regular stitch would be okay using this, but doing something that you have to pull your hook through 4 or 5 strands, it gets caught on that last one. So it about drove me crazy. I thought going to get a clover was going to help me, but it didn't, because I know clovers will kind of pull through smoother, but it didn't help a bit. So if you're doing something with a plain stitch, this yarn is good, but basically it's like, and I bought extra to do dish towels or dishcloths or whatever with, maybe some Swiffer, I don't know, because it is, like I said, it gets a little rough pulling the stuff through, pulling through 4 or 5 strands. So the pattern is a Premier pattern. There's a free pattern by Premier called the just Serape, and it is rodeo yarn. Okay. If any of y'all are connected to me on Ravelry, I think my username is just CR Subtles, but anything I have and do is usually on there. because that's just the only way I have of keeping up with all my stuff like that until I can figure out a better way. But it is still, I know a lot of people don't use it anymore, but I think I hear my front door coming off the hinges or something. This wind is picking up pretty good. Okay, so that's my serape. And then something I have been working on. Where is it? For a while. I'll just go ahead and grab all this while I'm over here. Something I have been working on for a while. And finally finished it because it took a special bunch of everything. Okay, originally, this is in my beautiful Tea Doddles watermelon bag. Check her out. She's lovely. I love Christy Cook. Okay, so this is my Fortune's Shawlette. Looking in the wrong place. Camera's up there. I'm going to have to put a sticker up there or something. Okay, so it started out, hang on. First of all, I was gifted by the beautiful Zelda NRJ3 some of this beautiful Black Cat Fibers Essential DK Superwash Merino in the color Dryad. And so I started it in that color. I haven't finished my ends on this one either. And this is the Fortune Shawlette. I made mine a little bit larger than she did. And I think I might have even contacted Black Cat Fibers and got a second skein of, or hank of, the Dryad. I love these colors. They're beautiful. And now we have one alike. So then I couldn't find anything I wanted to do for the edging. And I may still put another one across the top. I think that may be why, well, I don't know why. Whatever excuse for those. But then as I was going on the yarn hop, the Deep South yarn hop back in, was it November? That I still haven't even shown y'all. The Fortune Shawlette is a Moogly tutorial by Moogly, Tamara with Moogly.com. Moogly. Y'all know Moogly. I'll link that one down below too. Oh, I saw something. So then when I went on the yarn hop, oh no! Where's my other color? Oh man. I think this is called Librarians Dream. And I got this at, I took this shawl with me everywhere for about a month trying to find the perfect color. So I finally found this beautiful color. I'm not sure if it helps with the sun blowing it out. At, oh, I see my timer now. Oh, okay. I didn't see it a minute ago. Where was it? It's disappearing in the trees, that's why. Anyway, so this is called Librarian's Dream. And it is essentially the same merino DK. And I bought this at a yarn, the first shop on in my yarn hop in Cahaba Heights here in Birmingham called In the Making. And I love that shop too. I could have sworn I had their tag here though. And I am so down with next year's yarn hop already. So anybody watching, all of my lovely yarn shops that I love. And I even took Mama back to one of them. She was like, what? Is that for one price? Is that for one skein? Oh, no. Tea Doddles. Give her a visit. Okay, then. Oh, so that's my Fortune Shawlette by Moogly. Is it Moogly.com? Is that the name of her tutorial channel? Her YouTube? But it's Tamara Kelly with Moogly.com. Yeah, maybe. And I love this. I haven't worn it yet. But it's kind of like carrying my high-dollar purses. If somebody caught something on this and it snagged, I would hurt somebody. So yeah, I'm thinking about putting another row around the top, across the top. But it is beautiful. I love these colors. I hope they're showing up. I won't know till the playback, so I'll have to get that straight. Thank you, ZZ, for starting me on that project. And what I do in my book. Okay, I've got one tote over here, one tote over there. My book and all my stuff. Alrighty. Okay, so then next is okay, I made a little dress, and again, anybody that's on my Instagram or Facebook group has seen it. Made a little dress for the preemie that I talk about a lot. Her name is Leanne, and I didn't hear my phone ring. I made her the gingerbread dress. We'll see, where's my patterns, because that tells me the name. Gingerbread dress and beret, and that is by Susan Capizzi, and her group is My Full Hands and Heart, and it is a paid for pattern. Okay, so let me find that. It, like I say, if you are on my groups, you have seen it. But not going to show up very well because of the sunshine, I think. But anyway, that was just the cutest thing. Now, Leanne is now a year and a half old, and she is wearing, though, like 6 to 9 months, except longer and taller. So that's how I made that. But that was really cute. I wish you could see it better. I wish I had. Anyway, I made it. Well, it started fading. Oops. I made that in Karen's Simply Soft chocolate and bone. And then I just had 3 little buttons that I put on there that I had here. I'm trying to see if there's anything else in there I made. Oh yeah, there's several things I made that I didn't show y'all. Oh my goodness. Well, I also had this that you're not going to be able to see because of the sunlight. Okay, I'm going to have to find that later. But yeah, she was so cute in that. Now, the beret did not fit. So, it was too little. And I tried stretching it. Her mama tried stretching it, and it just didn't happen. But it was so cute. I love it. And then I had 3 people wanting one. I'm like, well, it's like Christmas Eve. That's not possible. Although it did work up pretty quickly. And I will put the link to that one below as well. And then, what else? Mama knitted from the Knit Crate August box. I didn't really care for it because it was like a gray, but then it had like a pop of copper. Camera's up there, Cindy. It had a pop of copper. And, you know, I liked it. It's beautiful. It's always beautiful. But it just wasn't my color. And when Mama saw it, she was like, oh, I love that. So I got her to make me the pattern for that month from that yarn. That was called the Eclutna Lakeside Shawl. Pattern is by Mary Dickerson, and it is in the August Knit Crate book. The yarn was Knitology Worsted Merino in Bohemian Waxwing. My hair's even crazier in the bright light, isn't it? But, and Mama did a wonderful job because Mama knits. She knits and crochets. This thing is beautiful. And I've still got to put it on their page. So, I'm going to try to, next time she has stuff made, I'm going to get her to come sit in on the video. So I love these baubles. I hope you got a good view of that. Hope the sun is just not killing everything. I mean, it has just come over the top of the house. So yeah, Mama made that. Now, the only thing about it, thank you to Becky with Funny Farm Crochet for sending us an extra hank. It did take, and now Mama's gauge is always good. She's always right on it. But this did take almost a third hank of this yarn. So I did let Knit Crate know that, but you know, who am I? But thank you, Becky, for sending that to Mama. And now I want to make a beret or something. It needs some kind of snazzy cap to go with it. But there's separate. Oops. I think I saw that last week and didn't get the ends woven in. But anyway, that's beautiful. Thank you, Mama, for doing that. And then, okay, trying to move right along. I think that is finally all my FOs. Now, there were several things, like I said, I did for Christmas, like all the little Christmas bells. Christmas bells, Christmas stars. Renee wanted a headband and like a headband and a scarf for one of her friends, so I did that within a couple of days, like right before Christmas. Those are on my Facebook and my camera's up there. Facebook and my Instagram page, so if you'd like to go there. And so now I have a couple of whips going on. Mama's next project that I put her on was another shawl by Premier, and she is knitting that, and so I have no information on that, so I don't know why I brought it up. But I think she said she finished it, so I should have gone down there and gotten it. But I will show you that in my next podcast. And then I have been working on spa sets for the Happy Scrappy challenge. Christy Cook from Tea Doddles and another Christy Crochet Creations or something. Gosh, I hate it when I don't get everybody's name right. But I had this Premier, what is it? Premier Home, like these big, huge Premier Home cotton that's in like 700 yards at a time. Now this is, I want to call it scrappy because there was a project made out of these. So does that technically make these scrappy? I guess. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is spa sets for the Happy Scrappy challenge, but also I wanted to make some for to sell for like Valentine's and Mother's Day coming up. So what I have come up with so far, and these are no particular patterns by somebody. I have watched videos and tried to put my own thing together. Now, let's see. Whoa. So the first thing is a bath poof, and I just really need to work with it to kind of get it more poofy. Oh, that sunshine. If I had a pause, I could There's not a pause there. I could try to move the thing over. I may try to move it over with y'all there. As soon as I knock my tea over, let's see what I can do here. I don't think it's going to do much good. So, sorry for the close-up. Plus, my chair had, like, dug in the ground. G's just hanging out. Okay, so I made this cute little soap sack. This, I think, is Creative Grandma's newest little soap sack that she did like this past week. If it is, I will put a link to her video there. But it has a little tie that comes around to the front. It's like, I think she called it her little shell or mini shell soap sack. And then it also has a thing on the back to hang it from. So I'm thinking about either putting a soap in there or make some bath salts and put in there. Still looking in the wrong spot. And then a couple of, I tried to have it together, a couple of little face scrubbies. And I like that little shell kind of thing there too, along with a bath poof. And now, this is a work in progress. I tried to watch a couple of videos and make an eye mask, but guess what? That looks more like a bra. Not for me, but somebody. Than an eye mask. I mean, it like, hello. So, a couple of ladies in Zoom the other day, I was working on it while we were in there, suggested going, like, of course, down, which I realized that after I got it together, but kind of taking that down to the side where it will kind of pull over. But these are kind of, I think this needs to go together closer here too, because these kind of flop up. I'm not sure what's up with that. So I just have to look through a few more patterns and tutorials and try to come up with something. But I'm trying to put together, and maybe a washcloth, I'm not sure. A pack of this and an eye mask, a couple of scrubbies, and a soap sack with either soap or bath salts in it for a package to sell for, like I said, Valentine's or Mother's Day. What do y'all think about that? I don't go by the whole, I know you can't always get what you put into something totally. I guess some people can. I've seen some people charge stuff and get what they ask for, and that's just amazing. Because I don't know. Anyway, I've got to figure that out. I'm thinking that, and maybe try to make a little basket, but I can't really find, cameras up there. I can't really find a basket that I want to make yet. And then would it be better if somebody had a basket to put it in, or one like organza bags, so it's all right there? I really don't know if I want to make a basket or maybe just buy a, I still have to think that through. So if you have any suggestions on that, leave it below, please. And then I think I have just a couple more things. So the spa sets, and I don't think I brought it out here. My 2020 challenge that I'm working on, the Ice 2020. Now, I didn't do my original video. That premiere is in the color, I mean, these things are huge. But like I said, there was a couple of things made out of it before this, so is this technically scraps? Maybe. I'm going to enter it. If not, just take me out of it. I also made this, oh, I'm sorry, squirrels. That color is the Premier Yarns. This color is peach. Oh, and I like these dish towels that they have on the side of the, oh, you can't see it. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. The color's peach. And then the next thing I have for whip, I call it a whip, although it's kind of finished, is this supposed to be 9-point star blanket by Fiber Spider. However, mine only has 8. How do you even do that? And this is in the cupcake yarn, Lion Brand Cupcake. Is it cupcake? In peas and carrots. And it reminds me of a sunflower. But this yarn is a 3, but it says it's a number 3, but it absolutely feels like that number 2 I worked that shawl with. So to me, it's not really heavy enough for a blanket. What I'm thinking about doing is making I found like a little ducky lovey. My loveys are usually Z's pattern for the scrunchy lovey, and then that you start with a scrunchie and then you lovey around it, and then you actually put the blanket over the animal's head. Camera's up there. Sorry. You put the blanket over the animal's head, but I don't know what's going on here. Oops. Stuff popping up on me. But since this is already together in the middle, I'll probably just make a duck or something, or a frog maybe, and put that over there and call it a lovey. This is 32 inches across and was made by one of the cupcakes. One cake made this like 32 inches across. How I missed from the very beginning 9 points is beyond me. But guess what? It's okay. So that's Fiber Spiders. So that's a whip. And that was another thing I was considering, because, let's see, this cake stopped like halfway around to the joining spot. So I may either pull it back, or I may take some green from another cake and finish it off. And so next on my list, spa sets. So that's Happy Scrappy Challenge by T Doddles. There are some other cows and stuff I'm going to try to get on top of and start mentioning those each time. Of course, there's a 2020 challenge that we all are supposed to record Monday and put that up. I have mine pretty much finished. I keep wanting to add more to it and change it, or so you know how that goes. I need to just finish it up because I have other stuff I want to get started on. And then I have my neat little 31 bag. Thank you to Loretta and Blaine. Homemade with love by Loretta and Blaine. And I have my Yip Yips, my hair thing, in case it started blowing too much out here. I have all my stuff to make my Yip Yips. Okay, so this is a pattern by Carissa Browning, and I had originally thought of doing a make-along with this. I did contact Carissa. She said that was okay. So once I get these started, if y'all want to, go ahead and get your patterns together. Her pattern has knitting and crochet on there. So go ahead and get your pattern for the Yip Yips. I will try to find a link for that. And go ahead and get whatever color. I have gotten your basic Yip Yip colors of red and blue. This is just, I think, basic yarn from Walmart, just because I saw it the other day. And then I got ping pong balls for the eyes. And what else do you need? This pattern calls for Bernat blanket yarn, but I am going to hold 2 together. So whatever is best for you, just go ahead and get yours together. And my next podcast, or I will do an official Let's Make Yip Yips. I think they would be cute also for like using for baskets and baby. You also need some black felt. I have it somewhere too. And pipe cleaners. But anyway, I'll make an official video when we start that, and we'll make some yip yips. Like I said, I think it'd be cute in a nursery in different, baby colors, or just your standard yip yip colors, for baskets, like throwing dirty clothes in, or either like toys, or just whatever. And of course you can make them all different sizes and stuff, just going up and down in your yarn weight and hooks and all that stuff, I think. So anyway, so I got my yip yip kit together in once again, my 31 bag that I was gifted by Loretta and Blaine. I love it. And I think I'm going to move on to just a couple of things that I have gotten lately, and then I'll try to cut this off because I know it's already 45 minutes long. Or maybe just a couple of things, actually, not so much. Okay, so I ordered this beautiful strawberry bag from Random Randy's Ramblings, and Sear handmade, and I love it. It's like vintagey looking, and it had been in the shop in a while. I'm really surprised that it was there that long, and it has beautiful white checked inside. Is that gingham? They call it gingham. And a tab for holding your things, your stitch markers, or even your keys, because this is big enough to carry for a purse, like with box bottom and heavy duty straps on it. I love it. I love this vintage strawberry stuff. I love strawberry anything pretty much. But that reminds me of my Mima. Some stuff she either sewed or made, and of course her strawberry jam. But yeah, Randy, thank you, Randy. It's so beautiful. And then during my trip on the the yarn hop, of course, when you get your cameras up there, when you get your card stamped, you register for. It registers you for prizes from those different stores each day. So I won one from the Yarn Boutique in Decatur, Alabama. That was the last shop I stopped at, and they had so much yarn. Oh my gosh. They had some yarn, the last two I stopped at had yarn that was specific to their shops. It was made for the area. So this one would have been called River City, and I didn't get any of it because they sold out of it. But I did win. I got fuzzies all over me. I did win a prize pack of, I was really hoping there was some knitting needles in here, because I almost want to try some knitting. Oh, no, I don't. I'll leave the knitting to my mama. But I'll try to see if there's anything else in there. But this is some beautiful Shibui knits, and it's like an entire kit, it looks like, pattern, and imagine that. The cowl, the cowl that the yarn, oh yeah, Mama's getting this mess. Stuff. The cowl is named Cindy. Anyway, so it is a pretty, it says Color Play Cowl. And it is a knitted pattern, so Mama will get this anyway. But it is very pretty. Oh, the hawks are, let me see if I can get him. Did you see him? Oops, that's my air conditioner and stuff. Anyway, did you see the hawk? He's so cool. They have been flying over all day. There's two of them. Just been soaring along the wind all day. Oh, squirrel. So anyway, that's a very pretty cowl. But like I said, it is knit, so Mama will get this probably. And a canvas bag Oh, there's my ticket. Put my ticket in there. A canvas bag with their, it's a llama knitting. Mama may get that bag too. She didn't get to go with me. And the yarns that was in there are these beautiful, although they are so soft, I don't think, oh my goodness, what are they? 75% fine Highland wool and 25% alpaca. There are 175 yards in each one of these. This color is ivory. Whoa, it's so slippery, it's like falling out of my hands. Isn't that beautiful? Can you see it? Oh, I hope the sun's not tearing everything up. I hope this whole video is not a bust. So that's called ivory. And this, though, oh my gosh. I have to adjust everything, sorry. Keep adjusting, keep adjusting. This stuff is called Silk Cloud, and it definitely is. Floating in the sky, a moon together. We give the sun a sister. Wow, that's kind of deep. This is 60% kid mohair and 40% silk. This color is graphite. 330 yards. Oh my gosh, that's tiny. Made in Japan. Oh my gosh. I mean, if you ever imagine yarn that you can't feel because it's so soft, that's what it is. And this is ash. Same thing, 60% kid mohair, 40% silk. And this one is white. So all of these together, I hope the colors are showing up. I mean, the sun is like right there. Do you see where it's separating? Right there. Anyway, beautiful. Shibui knits. Thank you, Decatur Yarn Place. What's the name of it again? Yarn Boutique in Decatur, Alabama. That is so beautiful. Now, I won that back in November, and I just opened it today. Y'all know how I am. So, we're coming up on an hour, and I didn't mean to keep you this long, but it has been a while since I was able to do this. So, I'm going to try to get back on track and keep writing things down as I go in hopes of not having to scramble around and find them at the last minute. I did have one more winning I will show you since I am still under an hour. Sorry. And I won this from Christy Cook from Tea Doddles. Love her. And this was in one of her Vlogmas giveaways. And I have never tried Mary Maxim yarn. So she sent me, I won this kit, and she sent me Mary Maxim Milan wrap and hat. That is beautiful too. And it came with all this yarn to do it with. This is made in Turkey, approximately 219 yards, 80% acrylic, 20% wool. This color is tincture color. Their numbers are kind of mixed up. So that's this one. Hope you can see it. I'm going to watch this playback and I'm going to be like, "Grr, why don't you redo that thing?" And I think these are all the same color, but they're just kind of the same colorway. They're just, y'all know how it do. It's all wrapped differently, so it looks like different stuff. Yep, it is. So it's four of those and the pattern. So it's going to be beautiful. And then, of course, in the Tea Doddles manner, I got some tea. Ooh, peppermint bark. I've not tried that yet. Peppermint bark. Okay. Peppermint bark. And a jingle bell and a made with love stitch marker. Thank you, Christy. So, I think that finally brings me to the end here. I think I've covered everything. I have 2 totes full of stuff. Somehow. And what a nephew. Making a video. So, I am going to sign off now. And Goliath's still back there just hanging out. And thank you for subscribing and liking my videos. And hopefully this new laptop will help me do things better. So, and it's also going to push me to learn how to edit. And if you have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. And we will see you next time. Love y'all. Bye. I don't know how to stop it.